everyone. Happy Venus Day, happy Love Day, and happy Valentine's Day, depending on what part of the world you're in. That day is tomorrow for where I live. I first want to give the announcement that Ashe 9 Yoni Steam Spa and Juice Bar is now open. We're located at 2727 Ronaldo Road, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, 27106. Steams by appointment only, and juices are walk-in friendly. Go to my website, ashe9.com, for more information. That's ASENINE.com. So, the topic of discussion today are the 4 phases of evolution. While the world idolizes Marilyn Monroe, I'm personally inspired by the 1950s old Hollywood trailblazer, Dorothy Dandridge. And I didn't even know why at first. I just knew when I saw Dorothy on screen, something in me recognized her. Later, I found out that we share the same birthday, November 9th. Hence the 9 in my Ashe 9 Affirmations YouTube channel, the 9 in my business name. Yep, we're both Scorpio suns. Before Marilyn became the blonde bombshell, Dorothy was already doing it. She just wasn't blonde. Dorothy was the first Black woman nominated for Best Actress at the Academy Awards, or the Oscars, for her role in the 1955 film Carmen Jones. She was a soft-voiced siren, wore body-hugging mermaid dresses, the flower in her hair, the controlled sensuality. She was a very magnetic woman, as are many Scorpios. Then comes Marilyn. Marilyn was a Scorpio rising and a Gemini sun. Marilyn and Dorothy were actually really good friends. I have another video on my YouTube channel describing the many Gemini relationships and friendships I've had in the past and still currently have to this day. Scorpios and Geminis just can't seem to not cross each other's path at some point in life. I think it's just some type of Mercury energy there. But they both attended the Actors Lab in California together. They ran in some of the same Hollywood party circles. And Marilyn openly admired Dorothy, which was very taboo to do back in their times. There are documented accounts of Marilyn being highly inspired by her elegance, her stage presence, and the pressure she was under. But here's the hard truth. Marilyn was allowed to be America's fantasy, and Dorothy had to fight just to be seen. See, Dorothy was the blueprint, but Marilyn became the globally marketed archetype of that blueprint. Scorpios have to go through 4 phases of evolution. Phase 1 is the snake. The snake is the earliest form, instinctual, survival mode. Dorothy grew up in instability, exploitation, industry control, abuse in early circuits, sexual abuse, mommy and daddy issues, and all that. She learned early how to shed skin in order to survive. Just like most Scorpios I know, in some shape, form, or fashion. Everyone's situation won't be the same, you know. The second phase is the actual Scorpion, the defensive stage, protective, guarded, very much got my wall up. Scorpios in this phase feels very deeply, but trusts none, or trust very cautiously. Dorothy had to navigate racism, studio contracts that limited her roles to only playing slaves or maids, that she refused, by the way, because she knew her worth to a certain extent. Romantic exploitation from her leech, no good husbands, hated on by her own family, being desired and lusted after, but not necessarily protected as she deserved to be. That's Scorpion energy, beauty with a stinger, you know. Phase 3 is the eagle. The eagle is symbolized as the elevated Scorpion. It's the one who peep the chaos and fly above it, you know, to see from a higher vision. When Dorothy walked that Oscar red carpet, that was her eagle phase. She rose above a system that tried to shrink her. Phase 4 is the phoenix, rising from its own ashes. This is the highest Scorpio archetype we should strive to be. Death, rebirth, legacy beyond the body. Both Dorothy and Marilyn experienced similar tragic endings, unfortunately. But Phoenix energy means your myth gonna outlive your mortality every time. And here we are, still speaking her name, still studying her glamour, still inspired. That's Phoenix energy, you know. Um, Spiritual beauty and glamour isn't just about throwing on a lot of makeup, even though I see nothing wrong with that either at times. You know, as a Scorpio myself, I can definitely vouch that our aura in general is just gonna shine, and have people uncomfortable, noticing you when you walk into a room. You know, whether that's good vibes or the evil eyes. So stay protected. They both were desired globally, understood, misunderstood, controlled by Hollywood, and just struggling, you know, behind the scenes. But society amplified Marilyn and restricted Dorothy, not because of talent, but because of race and access. Even still, Dorothy was and will forever be that girl. I have her pictures all over my home, all over my business spa and juice bar. Um, they're everywhere. So, to every Scorpio woman who has had to survive, reinvent themselves, and come back stronger and thriving, keep rising like that phoenix. Okay? Shout out to Korean Biography's YouTube channel, for a lot of the information that I gained recently. Peace.